tell you what I did like, and I think you liked it.
Yeah.
Coldwater Crown?
Coldwater Crown.
BJ from Board Game Gumbo. I've got my guest Jeremy, the game geek Ninja Davis, and we're talking BGG Con spicy games. And one of the games that he and I both liked, Coldwater Crown from Bellwether Games.
Yeah, and this is one that I had. I've had it for almost a year now because it just the expansion was on Kickstarter not too long ago. It should be getting to my house anytime. This is Bellwether Games, which is Dennis Hoyle's company, and he's an awesome guy.
I finally got to meet him at BGG Con. That was fun.
He's great. His family actually lives not too far from me. So we met in Huntsville about 2 years ago. But what was really great is he had Brian Suhre there who was teaching us the game, which was really cool to have the designer show you the ropes. It's a fishing game, which is crazy that I would love a fishing game. But there have been some just great fishing games lately, and this one is fantastic. It's basically you're trying to get rid of your tackle from your own personal tackle box, or your bait, I guess is what they call it. And when you do, you catch a fish. And so it's got a set collection mechanism for catching the fish. But the coolest thing are those discs. You put out...
Absolutely.
If you put it out on a one side, the next person who picks it up is going to do one action. The next person picks it up as a one action but flips it. So the next time they put it down, you get two actions, or the larger action, I guess, is what, because sometimes it's not two actions. But depending on where you put things and what you pick up, you really can change what you're doing. And it's a fantastic mechanic. I love it. Every time I teach this to somebody, they say, "Fishing? What?" And then they're like, "Okay, let's play that again." So,
yeah, Steve says big board in the picture, I presume, is the expansion on the table. I think so. Yeah. You've played the game more than me. I think the big board right in front of me, or the smaller board right in front of me, I mean, that's the expansion part.
The smaller board is the expansion. It's the C, and what you do with the expansion is for an action in the port, you can now move your boat to the sea. And then anytime you catch from your bait, you just catch something from the sea. And so it's got you want different creatures from the sea, and their weight matters. You can catch sharks. It's really cool. But yeah, I love this game. I would play it almost anytime anybody asks about it. It's fantastic.
Well, we got to meet Dennis. Dennis was awesome, and Brian did such a good job of teaching.
Yeah.
The crew ended up buying not one, but 2 copies of it on the spot. And I'll tell you, I set up the game, and I wasn't sure when I got there. I was like, man, the artwork is pretty neat looking. I kind of like what I'm hearing, but I don't know if this is it. By the time I got to the second half of this game, I'm like, that's it. I got to buy this game. I really can't wait to bring this and play it on Gumbo Game Nights. It's one of those games that gets better and better every turn. It just has this great build-up.
The artwork's Beth Sobel, so I mean you can't lose on this one. It's fantastic.
No, great artwork, great gameplay, plays quickly, super easy to teach. Has the expansion if you want more content. Although I didn't pick up the expansion. I don't think it was available at BGG Con.
No, it wasn't, and it's not necessary. I mean, the game plays just fine without it. It does add a little bit to it, which I enjoy, and I'm glad I got it. But even if you never got the expansion, you could be happy playing this many, many times without getting bored.
And that is the fishing game from Bellwether Game, Coldwater Crown. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get it back to the table.